Welcome back. In the quest called Report to Caius Casades, Caius tells us to establish a cover identity, and he suggests that we join a guild to get some experience before continuing on with the main quest. If you explore his speech options a bit further, he'll tell you about the Blades trainers that can be found throughout Vvardenfell. And each of these trainers, when found, will give you some advice, and if you're before level 5, they will also give you, some of them anyway, will give you a gift. Now this isn't part of a main quest. This isn't part of the main quest. It's not actually a quest at all. But it will give you journal entries. So this is why I'll be covering it. Before I leave though, I'd like to point out that Caius seems to have a bit of a drug problem. He doesn't hide it well. So the first trainer can be found in a house just outside of Caius's place. Just up here. Her name is Rithleen, and she will give you some steel armor.
So what's this about?
Players who use alchemy might find the next trainer fairly useful. He lives just below Rithleen. The last trainer living in Balmora just lives behind here. His name is Nine Toes, and he will give you 4 pieces of moon sugar. Now if you don't know where to sell your moon sugar or skooma yet, Khajiit vendors are your best bet. There's a shop just near the Siltstrider, run by a Khajiit trader called Revere, and he will buy all of your moon sugar and skooma if you can't sell it anywhere else. So just keep in mind that if you have skooma and moon sugar that you can't get rid of, find a Khajiit vendor. Now the next Blades trainer, the 4th Blades trainer, her name is Elone, and she can be found in Aril's trade house in Seydanine. She will give us a book called The Guide to Vvardenfell.
My time is precious.
Just up here. That is the last Blades trainer that will give you a gift. The rest of the Blades trainers will only give you advice. Now again, this isn't part of any quest in the named quest in the journal, but they will give you journal entries, so it's completely up to you whether or not you locate the remaining Blades members and speak to them. But if you choose to go on, the next trainer is in Aldrune.
Where would you like to go?
She's a Bosmer by the name of Gildan, and she can be found in a house just by the Dunmer Temple. Now these trainers that give you advice will usually tell you about someone else in the area that can sell you useful items. Don't take that to mean that you will get free things when you visit them, because they won't give you anything. You have to buy what they're selling. Now this quest is a good way to demonstrate the fast travel options in the game. You'll notice that places like Aldrune and Balmora are hubs where multiple fast travel options can be found. So Aldrune in this instance has a silt strider, but it also has a guild guide. The next Blades trainer can be found in Caldera, and Caldera doesn't have a silt strider, so it's useful to use hubs like Balmora and Aldrune to get to places that aren't easily connected to the rest of the game. That's the wrong door. So if you understand the quick travel system in Morrowind, it's fairly easy to get around the entire map without having to walk from town to town. The last Blades trainer, his name is Yorvar Horsemouth, and he can be found just outside of Caldera in the West Gash region. It's in a fairly remote place, so I would suggest taking the northwest gate out of Caldera and heading in a westward direction until hitting the mountains that separate this hilly area from the coast. Once we hit the mountains, we will turn north and follow them in that direction. And Siorvar's Gwar farm can be found just along the mountains. This area has a lot of different paths. It's a fairly confusing place to navigate. So just going west and following the mountains is an easy way to find Siorvar. So here are the mountains, so we'll just follow them north now. That quest giver will eventually lead you to obtaining the Boots of Blinding Speed if you haven't got those already. So here's Siorvar's Gwar farm. And we'll speak to him, and this is the last trainer. So there you go, a completely optional trek around southwestern Vvardenfell. So that's that. I'll see you next time.